Hello and welcome to Fiona's Creative Canvas. I'm Fiona and today I'm doing an acrylic porous wipe. I have these leftover paints. This one here was the one that I scraped up from my last couple of sort of marbly looking canvases. It's a very pale grey. It's quite pretty actually. I've also got this one that was left over from some scrapings, which is a darker grey. I've got some Payne's grey and I've got some white. These were also leftovers, the warm grey, neutral grey and gold. Here's a bit of champagne gold. I've got two different size cups here. I'm going to make two main cups. I'm going to go for sort of that marbly look again, although I'm probably going to add in some black swipes. I think this canvas is going to be a little bit easier to tilt just because of the size. It's a 20 by 30 inch canvas. So let's start with making our main cups. I might make one a little darker than the other, but I'm going to start with this pale grey. It's so pretty. I hope I've got enough paint overall. Let's go with some white. So it's a titanium white, and this is a Payne's grey. Oh, that's quite dark. And then I'm going to place this in again, and I'm just going to dirty pour it. And let's try this colour. I don't even know how thick this is going to be, this paint. It's been sitting for a while. Hope you can see that properly. I'm going to keep the background pretty simple, and then I'm going to make some more interesting colours up into my two small cups. I want to keep a bit of this grey because I can't remake that, and I'm going to stir these a fair bit, I think, especially this one. I guess it's not a fair bit because I want it all broken up still. I can use the same stick. I want it quite stripy, this one. I don't want a plain background. Is that going to be enough? I've got more white here. Stir that again. I might make these cups up now so that I get an idea of how they're going to look, and then I know how much of these colours I've got left. Let's make one fairly gold, white, champagne gold, white, warm grey, gold. Making a mess on my canvas, and some grey. And then this one, the neutral grey. Alright, put those cups aside. So that means I do have a bit of this left. The white. Made a mess on my canvas. All right, not sure how I want to pour these. Do I want to pour them together? I might use the dark one first still got some left in there. I just wanted to see how it came out. Okay. That's a bit tricky. I don't think I have enough. A bit of white in there. And I might break that up with a fork. I love using the fork. Okay, I can use this on my corners, but I'm going to get this colour out now. I've got this gap I need to fill. This is actually a little darker than I was thinking. Not much white left. Okay, oh dear. Let's take these off. Might make up another cup using this. Get some other colours in, but this gold one should change things up a bit. Ooh, it's quite a splash. Oop, dug in a bit there. All right, now what I haven't done yet is any lacing, and I think I want to go with the black because I think that will stand out quite nicely on here, the black. I'm just using a small palette knife. Some very fine mix there. Got a couple of bubbles that you can pop with a stick if you get bigger ones. If you don't have a torch, you can use a stick. So, how did I do that? I drag something through there? I wonder what happens if I start in the middle. Probably not a great idea. Unless I start from there, that could be cool. I've got all my paints down this end, I've just noticed. Yeah, that looks cool. It's blending in quite a bit. The black sinking. That's how it works, is the pigment sinks. Oh, I like the way that worked. Little pops of cells. I wonder if I can do that again through here. Oh, this is a bit of fun anyway. It's kind of random. All right, let me get this and pop that over there. I need to use up all this paint. Do I want to take any heavy gold bits through? Just empty out all of this. I wonder, what about the champagne gold? Not sure if that will drip as well. There's not much of that left. I'll take a little bit of the Payne's Grey through. Okay. Using it all up. All right, let's give this a tilt. I really like that bit. I don't know how I'm going to save that. Probably not going to save it. All right. Wow, this is thick. Probably because it's been sitting for a while. I've got some moving a bit faster than the other, have I? Can I get anything in there? Just blending that so it doesn't look so flat, but getting enough paint over there so that it will tilt. Still not. All right, let's wet this. I have just thought of something because I'm a bit low on paint. There's what I've tipped off. I'm going to collect and put down here. We will make it work. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to spin it around. I'm going to get this last corner here. Hopefully there's enough paint to get down there. Just a little bit here needs to go. Let's have a look at the composition. It's very, it's got a lot of movement. I love this bit here though. Wish there was bigger parts of lacing. I've got little bits. This is quite like boulders. There's a bit in the middle. It's too late to add them now though. I know I did last time, but I had a lot more paint. Okay, here is the wet result. I will show you the other way up once it's dry, because I think it probably looks better the way you were looking at it. The lacing through here is really pretty. I like this blend here. Lacing got a little bit lost up here, but we've got some nice blends of colour through here, and some lacing in the middle, and these big boulders here. This is more of an earthy grey, this one. This is that neutral grey, whereas some of the other grey is a bit more of a blue grey. And then the corner up here. Now this bit of Payne's grey up here, I just added that at the end, just to add a little bit more of the dark colour on that side. And you've got these big swoops of gold going through, some here. So I don't know how much they're going to shine because they're blended through, but yeah, I'll bring you back when it's dry. Okay, here is the final result. I love the pop of dark colour up here with the lacing. And it might be a little bit hard to see, but there's a little bit of shine here. Bit of dark line through there. This is that boulder part. And then we've got some lacing in the middle. A little bit of lacing down there with some dark colour again. Yeah, just a lot of movement in this piece. The little bits of lacing, I think, breaks it up a little bit. And the gold that goes straight through it. That's probably the last one in this series of the sort of marbly look. This one's not really marble, but I used up the rest of my paints and it turned out quite good. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye.